Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. If you use OneDrive on Windows 10, then apparently the 64-bit version of OneDrive is slowly rolling out at present to users of the Windows 10 operating system. Now, as many of you know, OneDrive comes bundled and pre-installed with the Windows 10 operating system, and I personally use OneDrive as part of my backup solution. Now, I know it has in the past had a bit of has had some negative reviews, because apparently those reviews say that it can take up extra system resources. But I personally feel, if used correctly, that the OneDrive is a very handy application as part of your backup solution. Now, in April, Microsoft said it was going to release a 64-bit version of OneDrive, and this was to improve the overall experience on Windows 10. Now, apparently the 64-bit version of OneDrive is designed for everyone. So if you have basically a school, home, and business accounts, or even all three, you can still use those accounts in the new 64-bit version. And apparently, according to Microsoft, it will supplement the existing 32-bit version. Now, at present, the only version available for OneDrive is a 32-bit version, and even if you are running a 32-bit or a 64-bit version of Windows, you still get the one version of OneDrive, and that is the 32-bit version. Now, apparently, however, if you plan to use large files, and if you want to transfer a lot of files, and you have basically a 64-bit version of Windows 10, then apparently the 64-bit version of OneDrive should be your preferred choice according to Microsoft. And this is because obviously Windows 10 PCs with 64-bit processors have more resources and can handle additional processing power. Now, how is this all going to work? Microsoft says that it will quietly update the program, the OneDrive program, to the 64-bit version if your system meets the requirements. So if you are running a 32-bit version of Windows 10, then obviously you won't be able to upgrade to a 64-bit version of OneDrive. But if you are on a 64-bit version of Windows 10, then you can obviously get the 64-bit version of OneDrive on your system. Now, apparently, this rollout is going to be taking place from mid-April, so it's already started, through to mid-May. So we are already today on the 10th of May 2021. So that means that the rollout should be completing in the next couple of days. And Microsoft says that they will silently update user devices from the 32-bit version of OneDrive to the 64-bit version of OneDrive, and all functionality, they say, is the same as it is in the 32-bit installation. So basically, you won't lose any of the functions or settings you currently have in the 32-bit OneDrive client. Now, the easiest way that I can suggest, if you want to see if you have the new 64-bit version, which is currently rolling out, is you just go over to your File Explorer, and then you just go to your C drive, and here you can see we have program files, and the program files on the left are your 64-bit program files, and the one program files on the right with the ×86, these are the 32-bit programs on Windows 10. So if we go into the 64-bit program files folder, we can see on my computer I do not have Microsoft OneDrive in here as yet. So as soon as you get the 64-bit version, you should see the Microsoft OneDrive in your 64-bit program files. So that's the easiest way to know if you have it or not. And then obviously, if you go to the 32-bit program files, you can see that currently I haven't been upgraded yet, because I still have my OneDrive in my 32-bit version of my program files. So that's the easiest way for me to explain if you have received the 64-bit OneDrive update or not. And then once upgraded, obviously the OneDrive desktop will be able to perform better on supported systems, which is obviously a 64-bit version of Windows 10. And if you are running a supported version, you should see the backups and sync process speed up significantly, especially when you have a large or a huge number of files. So OneDrive 64-bit version is slowly rolling out, they say, from mid-April to mid-May, so that's currently in process, and that's obviously if you are running a 64-bit version of Windows 10. You will then receive the 64-bit version of OneDrive. I hope you found this video useful. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.